afternoon, and welcome into a live edition of the Dream Wager on this Feel Good Friday, September 10th, 2021. As always, I'm your host, Dylan, and alongside me, my partner in crime, Elvis. How you doing, bro?
Great, boys. Great. Had a great night of football. One of the best opening days we've seen in a long time.
Great to be back.
Just glad to witness it.
And our third member of the crew from sunny South Carolina, the legend, Joey D. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Actually, some good news, boys. I officially have lost 100 pounds.
Woo!
Yep,
Vamos!
we did
Love
it.
to see it.
Hey,
Good job.
Let's go.
How many more pounds you going for?
hey, whatever's comfortable, man. You know, I'm at a good point, and I just want to let you know we got some good news. So,
Attaboy, let's go.
Congrats, my
Now,
boy.
you have a little cheat day today?
maybe
Stay
at work.
disciplined.
A little something. You got to keep discipline.
Maybe
That's
at
right.
work. Maybe at work.
Let's get you both in today. We got a loaded show for you guys. Week 2 of college football is here. The Ducks are traveling up to Columbus to play my Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll have
Ohio
plays
State.
there. We'll look to week 1 in the NFL, and we'll go through the games and see what we like. But Joe, Elvis, how'd you enjoy opening night?
Woo! I had a fun time, honestly, watching that game, man. We had a good conversation before starting the show, and man,
Mhm.
we were surprised by those Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? You know what I'm saying?
How about them?
How
Seriously.
about them?
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I did call it. I thought we were going to be in for an interesting matchup, not only because, you know, the lead up to the season, but also starting the season on a Thursday night. You know, Thursday night football games are always insane.
Yeah, it's hard to come out, I think. What'd you think, Elvis, of the game?
I think it was great atmosphere, sold out crowd. Love the pregame rituals. Brady looked midseason form. Dak Prescott looked very impressive, way better than
He's back.
Comeback
back.
player of the year?
and he might just be back and better than ever. So
They just got to win, Joe.
they just got to win.
true.
They look good. Defense,
Better than we thought.
better than we thought, but still a little shaky.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real. Old Goat does it again. A minute and a half left. Down the field. Well, not down the field goal, but only need a field goal to win. Only one timeout. Psh, you know what's gonna get done.
We've seen that movie and play too many times, especially me of the Jets.
Oh, man.
So I was talking to our friend while watching the game, and he goes, "Oh, they're gonna give him so much time." I go, "That's what's gonna lose him the game." And you saw in Brady's eyes when he saw how much time he had,
He said, "Okay."
it was over.
He's like,
Yep.
"Good looks, appreciate you."
But yeah, back and forth all night. The GOAT does it again. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about the game?
Appreciate the game.
Yeah,
You
we were
look
talking
like-
about that.
I'll be honest, real quick. My bad, Joe.
You're
Cut
good.
you off. I have Zeke on my fantasy team. My boy ain't show up. He had 11 carries, probably like 8 yards.
He
I'll
hit
be
under
honest.
his prop, right? He didn't get over that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awful by
he-
me.
the prop could have been 18 yards. He still wouldn't went over.
Nah, chill.
I'm
Yeah,
being
no, he
honest.
got it. He got 33 yards in the
Oh, he
game.
got 30. He got some late. I'm gonna be honest. It was kind of disappointing.
Mm.
One, as a fantasy owner, and second, I like Zeke. You know, he came from Ohio State. I still think he got some life left in him. But after last night, I don't know. Maybe it was just week 1. Maybe he needs Zach Martin back. But it wasn't.
Was that your biggest takeaway of last night?
No.
What was your biggest takeaway?
That Brady's in midseason form. He still got it. Cowboys look better than expected. That's honestly, yeah. Cowboys looking better than expected. Nobody expected Cowboys to be remotely that close last night. Even put themselves in position to win with that much time.
They
left.
could have.
That
It was their
impressive.
game to win right there for sure.
Yeah,
You know, granted,
lost.
Tampa Bay, they got some players, man. And we were talking about Vita Vea. He looks like maybe one of the strongest athletes in the NFL. And the fact
Guy's
that
a-
the Cowboys were
Brett,
able to keep it that close for the Cowboys, hopefully they could kind of, you know, take advantage of it and use it as fuel for the rest of the season. Otherwise, you know, the season can get away from them because you can't win the division or win the season in the first part of it, but you could certainly lose. You could certainly
Yeah.
lose the season. So
A little note that I wrote down. The Buccaneers are the first team in NFL history to lose the turnover margin by at least 3, incur 100 penalties, and allow 400 yards and still win the game. Impressive, but scary.
And lose time possession.
So I think their secondary,
Swallowed.
they had some injuries, but that's their weak spot. I was looking,
Whitehead wasn't even suited up either.
and then they got hurt. There was a bunch of third strings out there. And to be honest, I know they got exposed on some plays, and they can't guard Amari Cooper or
Ooh.
CeeDee Lamb in open field.
They had a
So
game.
Even some of the tight ends.
yeah, even Schultz and
Schultz.
who's the other guy?
Blake Jarwin.
Blake, that's your boy.
That's my boy. He just got hurt last season.
oh, he's a good
But
athlete.
Yeah.
I think the turnovers killed him as well, especially the two fumbles, not the two fumbles, the 2 turnovers in a row, the fumble by Rojo and then the other one?
Leonard
Fournette.
Muff
Yeah.
catch.
If they didn't have those turnovers, it was, gonna be Tampa Bay's game by a double-digit
And they
margin.
would have covered.
They would have
They would've
covered.
covered.
And I also feel like the Chris Godwin fumble was a big fumble. They were already set up. They were thinking the 3-4 yard line. All you had to do is go down. I understand you want to extend it. You want to get a touchdown. Brady would have got a few more points on my fantasy team, but hey, gotta live with it.
Look who's who's looking nice? AB.
Yeah.
AB had a career
All
game. I
day.
bet you Tampa might have even got some phone calls this morning like, you want a second round pick?
Yeah. No, but I was impressed by the Cowboys, and I thought I was relatively close to what was gonna happen in the game, but still I did not hit on my picks. I don't know how you guys fared with what you had out there.
I went terrible. I had Dallas under 10.5, which was a lock.
If they didn't turn it over.
With
Exactly.
4 minutes left, 2 turnovers in a row. It is what it is. That's betting, people. You can't be mad. I was on point till those 2 turnovers occurred, and then
You can't account for something like that.
yeah, you can't account. And then the covering the spread,
They should have.
they should have. Hey, I said -4 a month ago, and they didn't even cover 4. So
Wow.
whoever took Dallas plus, I think it got up to like 9.5. That was the
That
lock.
was the
of the
lock.
evening. Honestly, fuck that. You know what's the lock of the evening? Gronk over anything.
Oh my God.
Two
2
touchdowns,
touchdowns.
100 and something yards.
His receptions even.
And he caught that one with one
With
hand.
Yeah, I think he had over 5 catches. I think he had like 29 or 30 fantasy points.
At
On
his
my-
age, I mean, he's still relatively young, but at his age and the all the durability issues he's had throughout his career, is he one of the best tight ends in the league? He has to be,
We were-
right?
We were talking about that during the game.
I
I
think
said
he's still a top 10.
I think he's top 3.
Because who you got there? You got Kelsey, of course.
Oh
I
no,
mean-
no. I was saying of all time.
Oh,
no,
okay,
that-
okay. I'm talking about in season.
Oh, in season, yeah, I would say he's a top 10 because he run blocks so well.
He's the
Absolutely.
best run block tight end in the league. I'll say, off the top of my head, top 3 tight ends in the NFL right now is Travis Kelce, Devontae Waller, and
George Kittle.
George Kittle.
George Kittle,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know who would be my 4th? Probably TJ Hawkinson from Detroit. I think that's their only weapon. And Kyle Pitts is going to be a top 5 tight end
Yeah,
this year.
we got to see what he's made of.
Yeah.
Hey, but Bucks,
We'll
they
see.
got a good pair of tight ends too. So it comes down to Brady.
They got Cameron Brate, OJ Howard, and Gronk.
OJ Howard came back. He was hurt all last year
That's
too.
true. Man,
Limited run.
They got
Yes,
weapons,
sir.
man.
But yeah, we'll get back to NFL. It was a great opening night. Fireworks at home. They win at home.
was
So
fun.
we'll have picks later on. Let's start with the college games going on tomorrow. Ducks traveling to Columbus. They're 14.5-point dogs. Totals at 63.5. Where are you going in this showdown?
Money line is too high. 14.5.
Gotta lay it. Come on.
Might have to lay it. It's a little too juicy for me. It's a little high.
But it's the Buckeyes.
It's the Buckeyes. It's the Buckeyes. But hey, it's a prime game. You never know what could happen. Couldn't they cover? Could they backdoor cover? There's a chance. But my lean is to lay the 14.5. If I could get it back to 13.5, I'll lay it for sure. But 14.5, you never know. They might cover the 2 touchdowns. 14.5 is a lot of points.
Bro,
Joe, are you touching anything in this game?
I got a couple other things, but man, in this game, there's a reason why Ohio State played week 0. You know what I mean? I don't think
yeah.
Oregon has had a game yet, and I'm comfortable thinking that Ohio State's going to blow them out. I think it's going to be like a 49-14 type game, 49-17 type game. Yeah, they're going to want to make a statement here, and I would be comfortable laying about -24 for the Ohio State Buckeyes because I just think that they're going to come out rolling. You know, they had a tough game against Minnesota their week 0, but I feel like even them, they might have more like, a tougher, more grittier ball club than a finesse kind of Oregon club. So
yeah, and they were on the road, packed arena,
Yeah.
weather was shitty.
exactly.
So
First week, you're not really in tune. Now after that type of game, it gives them a little confidence, and I think they're going to steamroll the Oregon Ducks.
nice. For me, I'm gonna attack the total. Total opened up at 58. It's moved down up 5 points. It's up to 63.5. Oh, wait, I'm going over 63.5. Ohio
Nice.
State had 9 days to prepare. They averaged more than 10 yards per play against a good Minnesota team on the road. We saw who and what Ohio State actually is in the second half. After a bad first half, they hung up 35 points in the second half. A key linebacker for Oregon is out as well. And OSU, their defense gave up 400 yards last game. The question is can Ohio State stop their Oregon's run? Because they're a good running team. And I think that's going to be the key for them to beat this Buckeye team. But Ohio State, they've shown signs of vulnerability at linebacker as well in their first game, which is why I think they're going to have to run the ball. I don't know if they can. This is a big number. I do think they win. 2 touchdowns is crazy because Oregon can surprise some teams, but I'm going to stay away. I'll go over 63.5 at -105. Joe, you have a game tonight.
Yes, I do. You
Let's
got
hear
that
it.
right. So 7:30, you got Kansas taking a trip over to South Carolina, right here in nice Myrtle Beach. University Zone, Coastal Carolina, man. And, man, that's a good ball club. I have all my faith in the world. They made us a lot of money last year. I hope they made you guys a lot of money last year. So taking Coastal Carolina University, minus the 26.5 at -110. I just think they're going to come out. The quarterback's too good. I think their defensive unit is very locked in. They actually have really good coaching. It's surprising for a program in the Sun Belt how well they play together, you know? But they pretty much are going to have the Sun Belt Conference in the bag, and this is where it starts. By winning this ball game, they're going to start the season for sure 3-0. They're going to win this game. They're going to win the next game. And I just have the confidence in them because I also have a little something for the next one as well. So
You're high on your Coastal team, huh?
yeah, I think
You're
they're
going
gonna.
to be riding them all year.
I don't think that you're gonna have a slump. That was the concern. You got a sophomore slump from Grayson McCall. I feel like the mullet gang's back. They're gonna all be in unison. All the seniors are there. They're gonna be playing well, and they got to make a statement against a Kansas team. They didn't leave the state. Kansas is coming over. Citadel came over last week. They blew them out by 50 points. I don't know if they're gonna get a blowout here in terms of 50 points, but 26.5 is high. I just think they could do it. I really do. So
I do too. And to your point, I think all these bad teams that are coming to South Carolina, they have to blow them out and make a point to the committee. Be like, listen, I know we're playing shit teams, but we're literally blowing them out by 50.
The competition isn't there. I know we're in the Sun Belt. Hey, we deserve a spot. And the reason why I say they're going 3 and then I had the next pick is because I want to just get it out there. That was 7:30 tonight. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, you got Rutgers taking a trip up to New York, taking on Syracuse, the Orange. And, man, I told you, I'm rolling with Rutgers. I'm giving the 2. They're only giving 2 points. I think the odds makers are a little off in this because I think Rutgers is another team that's going to start out 3-0, and they're going to go to the big house and be ready to play Michigan. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be a huge Big Ten there. Rutgers is in for a comeback. All the coaches there. So I'll be giving up to 2 for Rutgers at -110 because I'm confident in them. I actually think I would maybe alternate spread it and give up like 7.5, 8.
Wow.
Holy shit. That's
confidence
that's
right there.
crazy. I do think Greg Schiano's building this team the right way. I was on Syracuse last week against Ohio, and they were the same. It was about the same line, but Syracuse was favored, and they blew Ohio out.
Yeah, they blew Ohio
Syracuse
out.
is good, and they're going to the Dome.
They're going to be in that. Yeah, they're going to be there. So they got
I
a
think
little
it's
bit of
gonna be a good
advantage.
game.
But I feel like, hey, man, running back coach, Augie Hoffman, my old head coach, he's got those boys running.
Shout out.
Great offensive line they're working with. Like you said, Schiano's building that program up great. They're going to rely on that running back crew, and they're going to get touchdowns just like they did last year. They're going to have about 2 to 3 touchdowns. They had 5, I believe, first week. So we'll get that ball rolling there.
And you said they're playing Michigan next week after this?
They're going to have one more game. I forgot who it was against, but then week 4. So they're going to start both Coastal Carolina and Rutgers going to 3-0 into the rest of the season.
Well, I'll go to you have a play?
No, I just wanted to let Joey know. Joey, yesterday I was looking at the game. I get your accidentally. I was going to lean Syracuse, but
I would have leaned Syracuse as well.
They're getting 2. They're getting 2.
I was like,
I think they're
it's
even
a tough
alive.
matchup. I think there's going to be a great game right there. That's a great game to 10, even to watch.
A little sneaky game.
Yeah, absolutely. Too bad we can't bet on it.
I was gonna say you guys can't bet on it.
Jersey.
So.
You could bet
on
it.
Absolutely.
Is it even betting?
It's not legal in South Carolina.
Get a VPN.
No, yeah, it's not. Hopefully soon enough.
The big house. Right to your legislators. Anyway, we're going to the big house. Washington going to the big house. I'm gonna take the points. I don't think anyone's on the points with me with Washington. They're getting 7. This is going to be an overreaction game with so many people betting this game because Washington just lost to an unranked FCS school, Montana. Line opened up, Michigan laying 4, 3.5. It steamed all the way up to 7. Give me the points. This Michigan team is 2-6 in the last 8 games versus Power 5 opposition. So the line being 7, that sounds fishy to me. So Yeah, Washington lost, but their defense could play. They only gave up 13 points and a little over 200 yards. So they came to play. They just couldn't score the ball. And as much as Michigan beat up on Western Michigan, they gave up 370 total yards. They just couldn't find the end zone. They were moving the ball. They just couldn't punch it in. I think like the Cowboys yesterday. They were moving it in, but they just couldn't do it. They also were 8 for 17 on third down. Not bad. It's going to be an ugly game, and I think the Huskies are getting undervalued. So give me the points with the Huskies at the Big House +7.
Wow.
You have a first game?
First game, I have 2 plays.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's go.
I got Iowa State University going. I was gonna lay the 4.5. I ended up just taking the money line
Cyclones.
at -190. It jumped to -200 right now. If you want just to get better numbers, you could sprinkle the points. It's only 4.5, but I'll be just taking the Cyclones money line at -190. It jumped to -200, so they're leaning with me. But hey, I'm not a college football expert. Leave it to these 2 guys here. So if you want to fade me, you could do that. But best of luck. I have one more too. If you want me to go, I'll be taking Texas -7 against Arkansas. They covered last week. They came out looking a little sharp, and I feel like Arkansas is a great team, but I think Texas might be on a little roll this year. I think they're gonna come out hot, and I feel like they could have a very great season, possibly a little contender.
You took a -7?
-7.
Yeah, it's going up to -7.5.
Yeah, I got them panicking. That's what I do.
Joe, you have a little parlay.
Yes, I do, man. So I'm confident both
Let's
these
hear
clubs. After what we saw last week with Georgia, man, I think they proved to us that they are probably the second best team in the country, and they're giving 23.5. I think I'm gonna parlay that with Notre Dame giving 17, and that gives you odds of +265. I think these 2 clubs, they're gonna be pretty confident for most of the season. And we're talking about teams that are gonna qualify for the playoff. So I feel comfortable in parlaying the 2, and like I said, you're getting +265 for both of those.
That's insane, Joe, because I'm on the exact opposite. So I took Toledo. I have over,
one of y'all gonna be so.
I have over 15 plays. I'm not gonna say them all, but I took Toledo +17 against Notre Dame, and then I took UAB. I think this is a major letdown game. I took them first half UAB +14.
Wow. Hey,
Yeah,
man,
14
you got to think
first
that
half.
they had a resurrected program not that long ago. So you're high on them. Like, they're going to be playing with a lot of heart and passion. So
Hope so.
let's see.
You know how me in college football I always like to tend to stay away from the high spreads.
Mhm.
This is a lean.
Oh,
It's just a lean. It's not an
okay.
official play. I'm not gonna put it on my action, but I will lead Colorado +17 against Texas A&M. I just feel like it's gonna be a zoo in Colorado, and it's a live
It's
dog.
hard to play over there too.
It's hard to play in Colorado.
Boulder.
Yeah, man, that's
So,
high elevation.
Texas, I know Texas A&M. A lot of people are high on them. But
I'm
it's-
not as high as most.
I know. I just feel like Colorado's a tough place to play, and 17
Seems
lot
a
of
bit
points.
high, yeah.
It seems a bit high at Colorado. They were in Texas A&M. I would have been like, all right, but in Colorado, 17 is a little too high. But hey, who am I?
Not
I
bad.
got one last play. I got to go back to my unders. Missouri versus Kentucky, excuse me, under 56.5. Since Missouri joined the SEC in 2012, Missouri and Kentucky games have gone under 7 of the 9 times. None of the last meetings have gone over 36 points. Just going to ride the trend. I think it's going to be a low slug, tough match. Going to go under 56.5 at -114.
Odds are good. That's about like 2/3 of the time, man. Like 70 above 75%. So odds are in your favor, man.
Odds are in my favor, so hopefully they do it. Those are my 3 confident plays, and the boys. I'll probably have more, like I said, on my action app later on. Make sure you guys follow Elvis, Joey, and I on our action page. You guys can see all of our plays there, every sport, and even our record in that sport. So not looking good for baseball for you.
Not looking. I still have a winning record, but this past month,
But you're down
yeah,
units.
it's
Yeah.
just horrendous.
We've been wanting to focus on football as it is. So once playoffs come around, we'll maybe get back into
Don't
baseball a little.
Let's head into week 1. I'm just going to go down the list, give you
Woo-wee!
first give me your official plays. So
You want to just
no. We'll go down the list.
All right. So you want to know which ones are?
Yeah, you let me know. But
All right.
each game when we talk about it, just be like, oh, this is a lean if I were to play it. So
I got all
let's-
official plays.
Perfect. We're gonna go.
Wait, you did 16 officials?
I think so. I think it might be one less because we didn't get to Monday night. We'll get on that Monday, of course.
Let's go to Orchard Park. Steelers are going up to Orchard Park. Bills are laying 6.5, total at 48.5. Official play or lean, Elvis?
I'll lean, not an official play.
Okay.
I feel like Buffalo could lay the 6.5.
Okay.
Would I put money on it? No, but Buffalo are the much better team here. I won't be surprised if Pittsburgh has a close game like last night. Nobody expected Dallas to cover. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh covers. Pittsburgh, great team. Like I said earlier, I never doubt Mike Tomlin.
No.
Big Ben is over-reliable. Najee Harris could be a big threat, and that's a great receiving core. TJ Watt has got a fucking massive deal.
Whole lot of money.
So he might want to come out week 1 and try to, set the tone and be like, yeah, I'm the best defensive player in the NFL. I don't know. He might
getting paid like it.
He getting paid like it, so he might come out like it.
He plays
so
like it too.
Yeah, plays like it. So
you would lean. Then.
I would lean. It's tough, but I would lean Bills just because they home minus the 6.5.
Joe, I know you have official play. Where are you going?
Official play, man. Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin is a winning coach, and though I'm kind of low on them this year, I think they're going to start the season out strong. This is their best point to catch the Pittsburgh Steelers. So,
yeah,
my official play is taking Pittsburgh money line at plus 225. Big underdog odds today. I know they're taking a trip over to Orchard Park, but I think Chase Claypool is going to have 2 touchdown receptions. I think Najee Harris is going to have about 100 total.
Are these plays you giving out?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Free money.
Najee Harris is going to have over 100, total yards in terms of receptions and rushing. And Big Ben, I think he's gonna, he's gonna start out strong. He's gonna want to kind of, show face that the new improved diet is gonna come to play. Wow. But we're gonna see how the longevity can go on throughout the season. Because, like I said, I'm not high on them into how it goes on. This is a hard game against a great Buffalo Bills team. But hey, they could be a little, asleep at the wheel. They could get a little comfortable at home, get a little content, and Pittsburgh can not roll them, but catch them by surprise and become victorious.
Yeah, I don't. It's not official play for me. I would lean Bills home. I think Josh Allen just got paid. They have that 2 running backs, Singletary and Zach Moss. Stephon Diggs is probably better than. He's the best player on that team.
Yeah, you already say. I'll say Josh Allen, but that's just.
Oh no, but like receivers, obviously.
Offensive weapon, yes.
And they have a good secondary, the Buffalo Bills. So, I think the receivers on the Pittsburgh Steelers side is going to have a. I don't trust Juju. He's weird.
Yeah, he's sus.
He's going downhill.
Claypool's legit.
Yeah, Chase Claypool is.
And I like. I think his name is Dustin Johnson.
Oh, DeAndre Johnson.
I think it's Devontae.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Toledo, I'm pretty sure he was from Toledo.
Really nice. Yeah. And who do they have in a tight end? Eric Ebron.
Yeah, Eric Ebron, wow. And he's still doing it.
Yeah,
he's still doing it.
And I think you're right. Najee Harris is going to get a lot of touches. I think they're going to go old school, and it's just going to see if their defense holds up.
I think he's going to be featured a lot in the offense.
100%.
Yeah. Let's go to the second game. Carolina Panthers versus the New York Jets. Joe, I'll start with you since you're the closest over there.
Wow, man.
Where are you going?
And, I didn't have a play on terms of the game. I felt comfortable taking the over 44 at minus 111. But, man, something's telling me that though the Jets look pretty good, Zach Wilson's looking pretty good. He looked good in the preseason. They're playing Sam Darnold, and I think he's going to – with Robbie Anderson, I think they're going to want to make a statement here, man. I think Carolina's going to blow them out. I hate to say I know that's your team. I remember I said it early in the season. I think Carolina's going to go up big in the first half, and I think they're going to continue in the second half. They're going to run the ball. Christian McCaffrey's healthy, and I think they have a pretty solid defense. It's good enough to stop the offense of the Jets, I think the Jets are going to need to catch, get traction in this season. They're not have the most favorable schedule, and they're not going to, be clicking on all cylinders in the start of the season. So I think it's safe to lean with Carolina, maybe even given the points that they are. But my official play is over 44 at minus 111.
Elvis, where are you going?
My official play would be Panthers money line. If you want to lay the points, you could lay the points, but I'm just playing it safe. Don't got too much faith in Carolina, but I have zero faith in the Jets, so that's why I'll be taking the money line.
Oh, man.
I agree with everything everyone's saying because I'm also on Carolina. I'm going to lay the points. I actually got it at 4, but now that it's down to 3.5, I would take that as well. I mean, this is a much-watched game for me, especially since the Jets traded Sam Darnold to the Panthers. Panthers are laying the points, so will I. I think Sam Darnold's a great fit for Carolina. They got him for cheap. Now he's finally away from Adam Gates. We'll see what he actually can be. Good OC and Joe Brady. He has a top 3 running back. and he has weapons on the outside, something he never had in New York. Their defense has improved, though, through the draft. I think it's going to take a little time.
That's for sure.
But they have more pieces than the Jets.
They got Joe Horn's son out the cornerback position. J.C. Horn might be the best corner in that draft. It might turn out to be defensive rookie of the year.
I think Patrick Surtain will be, but is one of the two. So
yeah, they're great.
Yeah. I'm going to lay the points at home with Carolina as well, -3.5 at -110. So that's my first official play. Let's go to just an ugly game in Houston playing the Jags.
Oh, man.
Jags are laying 3 with a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback.
I'm taking it.
You're laying the points.
I told you when we were talking about the AFC South, that was the first week 1 play that I gave, and I'm taking Jacksonville -3 at -105. I just don't think Houston's going to have a win this season.
Defeated.
0-17. Wow.
What do you got?
I'll be taking Jacksonville on the money line. Official on the money line at -176.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Not too bad. You could lay the 3 for minus. Right now, it jumped to -120.
Yeah.
So it's a little high. Expect it to be 3.5 by Sunday if the money keep coming in on them. But I just feel Jacksonville with Urban Myers, Trevor Lawrence, is just slightly better ball club. I have no faith in the Texans. I don't think any of us here does. Like Joey just stated, they might go defeated.
Which is hard to do.
It might kind of impressive to go defeated because,
that is impressive.
That is impressive. But I just feel like Urban Meyer is going to come out, get his first win in the NFL. Trevor Lawrence is going to come out, look a little more impressive than everybody will think. And the offense is going to show up. I think Marvin Jones Jr. is a great addition. And I just feel like
they got DJ Chalk.
Yeah, I forgot my man DJ Chalk. I got him one of my leagues. He's good. And the other guy, I can't pronounce his name. Is weird, but it starts with an S.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Is their third receiver? He's pretty good as well. And I just feel like Jacksonville is not live dog, but I think
they're favorite.
Yeah. Reason why they're favorite. I want to sprinkle the points, but hey, I wouldn't be mad if you do.
I think I would lay the points. It's not official play, but I would lay the points as well with Jacksonville.
Official is money.
Yeah, no, I got it. Everything's written down.
It's just Jacksonville. It's just I ain't about to lay the points with Jacksonville. I wouldn't even do that when they had Maurice Jones-Drew.
All right, let's go to the next game. We got Titans home against Cardinals. Titans laying 3.
This is a great game.
Yeah, low key. Total 53.5. Joe, where are you going with this one?
Yeah, I wanted to shy away from the total. I don't know what to expect from both these offenses because they could score the points, they could run on each other, they could pass the ball, but both defenses that were improved in a sense can also lock down the offenses. But I feel comfortable enough that Tennessee's at home. Arizona's a better team when they play at home and when they play in like a dome situation, the controlled elements. Tennessee, it's going to be hot there. I think it's down there. Yeah. So I like the -3 that Tennessee's given, and you're getting it at -104. So I'm comfortable on that pick there because, hey, Tannehill, King Henry, I think they're going to have him, starting out strong. I think Arizona's going to have to be another team to kind of get the ball rolling. They're not going to come out week 1 with a victory. Tennessee's going to have a victory in week 1.
How about you, Elvis? Where are you going?
No official play here, but I'm high on the Cardinals this season. I would if I would lean them to win the game at money line at +130. I'm just high on the Cardinals. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but I do have them making the playoffs. I know it's going to be a tough game in Tennessee, but I think they could win this game out. I might even talk myself sprinkling some money on it come Sunday. But Tennessee is a tough matchup. You got the rushing champ. You got those probably one of the best dual threats receivers in the game. And then you got Tannehill, who's all around just solid quarterback. Defense is solid. Shout out Mike Vrabel. But
defense can be a liability sometimes. They give up a lot of points.
It could be a liability, but I feel like Mike Vrabel will still have them ready. I will lean Cardinals money line +130. No official play, but that's my lean. Come Sunday, they might end up on my action.
Oh my God. I would lean the under 53.5. I think they're both gonna come out strong and probably want to run the ball. I think so.
Both, yeah. Of course Tennessee wants to run the ball. You got the running champ.
So I don't know. It's not an official play, but I'm going to stay away. It's going to be an interesting matchup, especially week 1 on the road for the Cardinals. But let's go to another game. In the Dome, Falcons are home to the Eagles. Falcons are laying 3, total at 48.5. Elvis, where are you going with this one?
I said it on our futures. I told everybody Philly +3.5.
Official play.
Wow. Philly +3.5.
Oh, you got 3.5.
I'm trailing.
I got 3.5. Yeah. I called it early. I had
Wow.
faith in Philly from the get go. I just think Atlanta is going to be a bad team. Even though a lot of people talk crap about Dan Quinn, I still think he was a good head coach. It's just been a rough sailing the past season. I don't think they're good defensively. I don't think they're good offensively as they were last year with Ridley and Julio Jones. Yeah, Kyle Pitts is a great addition, but Kyle Pitts is just a rookie. I don't think he's going to have a major impact come week one.
Nor does he solve all their other problems.
Exactly. And I don't even know who's their starting running back. I have no idea.
Wow.
Haven't really looked into it. So I'll be taking Philly plus 3.5.
Didn't they get Gurley?
No, he's free agent.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Ravens
he's
need to
still
sign him.
young.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Ravens need to sign him.
Hey, I'm trailing you there because I think Philly. I think this is kind of a trap game. You would think Atlanta at home in that Mercedes-Benz Superdome, one of the the newer stadiums, that they would take a victory. But I just don't think they're a good ball club, and Philly's gonna have to take advantage of this. Kind of make Nick Sirianni look good. So I'm trailing you plus 3.5. Philadelphia minus 107.
Real quick, Joe. As of right now, Philly is plus 102 at the plus 3. Just letting everybody know.
Oh, so plus money right now. Maybe want to lock
They're
that
plus
in.
money right now at plus 3. Great odds.
I just don't see it. I guess I'm not. It's not official play, but I would even like how Joe's alternate. I would alternate spread the Falcons probably like -6, 6.5.
Woo.
Nice.
I just think the Eagles they're worse than the Jets. So
I don't think that.
I just think they're awful. But I would attack the total. I think both defenses are awful. So 48.5 seems kind of low for both two bad defenses. But that's just my lean. Another game we got. Washington football team home against the Chargers. They're laying a 1.5, total at 44.5. Joe, are you attacking the side or total?
Yeah, so in this game, I'm actually thought it'd be pretty interesting because I didn't know what to expect actually from Washington week one, and I am high on the Chargers. I think that they're possibly going to make the playoffs, but I feel comfortable, like you said, attacking the total. I'll be taking under 44.5 at minus 110. It's hard to play over there in that stadium. Even in the summertime, it's like it's wet. It's just weird over there. What is it, Landover, right? They're still playing.
Yeah, Landover, Maryland.
It's a hard place to play, man. And that defensive front is insane. Though I like the Chargers, I like Justin Herbert, I'm going to take the under 44.5 because I just think you're going to have a defensive matchup here. I think the Chargers are going to have to try to match them defensively as opposed to Washington matching Chargers offensively. So that'll be my official play.
How about you, Elvis?
No official play here. I think this is going to be an interesting game. Good game. I have faith in Justin Herbert and the Chargers here, but I just feel like Washington is going to be hard to stop at home, especially week one. My man, I forgot his name.
Who? Curtis Samuel?
No, my man, Magic Fitzmagic is back. I have some faith in him, so I will lean Washington to win at home, but no official play here. I'm sorry. I think the Chargers are a good team, but I think Washington is one of the best defensive ball clubs one of the best defensive teams in the league. Offensively, a little shaky, but hey, Fitzmagic will have his moments. I promise you, he will have multiple 400-yard passing games this year. Would he have multiple games with 4 interceptions? Maybe.
But
maybe
that connection with McLaurin, man, could be something special.
Could be special.
It's gonna hurt him. Curtis Samuel's not playing week one. They just got him. He's on
Hey,
IR.
here's a question. That guy that's always hurt at the tight end position for the Washington team? Is he?
Thomas, he's playing. He's active.
Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas. No, wasn't it dang man, Reed or something like that? He's always been
Jordan
hurt.
Reed.
Jordan Reed.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not on that team.
Oh
anymore.
man,
I'm not sure where
we always had high expectations for the guy, and I thought he was being healthy this year. I was about to say that's another connection that they can make.
I think this is probably one of the greatest games week one.
Yeah, it is a great game.
I'm taking Washington football team money line over the Chargers at -120. How were the Chargers opening up a -1 point favorite on the road? It just didn't make sense to me. The Chargers should definitely be better this season. Don't get me wrong, but they got a new coach, and I think the coaching advantage is with Ron Rivera. I trust him way more than Brandon Staley. Ron Rivera has covered the week 1 point spread 5 out of the last 7 years. That's the best stat. This is the best stat right here. In the last 10 years of coaching, no matter where he is, his defense is giving up, averaging just 15 points per game in week 1. His teams are coming out of the season focused and ready to play. The defense led by Chase Young should be better than last year. They, like Elvis said, they upgraded quarterback position. They got Fitzmagic, and the Chargers' new coach, Brandon Staley's never coached. And in an NFL game, he was just a coordinator for 1 year with the Rams. Thankfully, the line moved towards me. So I'm going to take Washington football team on the money line at minus 120. I think it also helps you with the under.
With the under, yeah. Defensive matchup,
So,
I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if this game was in LA, I would have took the Chargers.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I would want to see what the books would say.
I think they would have flipped it.
They would have just flipped it.
One and a half. Yeah, I think it's not really.
We got like three more 1 o'clock games.
Yeah. Let's go to this awful game. 49ers traveling to the Motor City Detroit Lions. 49ers minus 8.5 favorite, total at 45.5. Joe, where you going?
I called him at -8. Detroit, we like Motor City, Dan Campbell. Jared Goff could be a little bit of an improvement, not from Matt Stafford, but in terms of not having a quarterback at all. And, got to take Sanford. Better coaching, better offensive play calling. -8 feels like a comfortable number, and I got that at -111. So I don't think it matters if they're going over to Detroit.
No official play here, but I will lean the under. San Francisco is just a great running team. They're going to run the ball 25 times, I guarantee it. Kyle Shanahan just loves running the ball. In Detroit, I don't expect much from the offense. Maybe they could put up some points, but I'll be honest, 49ers defense is elite. Bosa's coming back, so expect a big game from him. And I just feel like 49ers going to run the ball. And I will say they should cover, but if I had to lean, I'll just lean under 45.5 at -108. I mean, -112. I'm sorry.
I would lean the 49ers spread. I would also tease it as well. That's like a good number. That and probably the Rams get it down to maybe about 2, 6-point teaser, get it down to about 2.5. So they win by a field goal. I would also take the Detroit team total under. I can't see them scoring 3 touchdowns. Like, I think it's maybe at 19, 21, their team total. I would take Detroit under that. I don't think they're going to be able to score on this 49er defense.
Yeah, it's a great defense.
Let's go to Joey's game. Seattle Seahawks.
Are you panicking, Joe? Real quick, let me ask you, Joe. Are you worried that Carson Wentz is coming back?
No, I think.
I want to hear your concerns.
I don't have a play. Like, I don't have a pick. Excuse me. In terms of the side.
You just said you had.
I do. I have an official play for
you
the
total. You don't have your own boys. Look, you're not even putting money on your own boys.
I think this is a no doubt under 49-point game. Under 49. I locked it at a -107. I don't think that these offenses are going to be rolling at all. Especially Indianapolis. I just don't see it. And I feel like something's telling me that Seattle's going to have a tough time on the ground in the week 1. And though Russell Wilson started the season off last year not throwing an interception, I feel like he might actually have a couple turnovers this game. It's just something that's concerning me. I think the defenses need to lock in, especially from the Seattle side, because they need that. It got to, supplemental football. They got to be able to help both sides of the ball. And something's telling me that it's going to be off in the first week. So I think it's a no doubt under 49-point game, and it's at -107. I don't see these offenses clicking at all.
Elvis, are you concerned we're going to get 2016 Carson Wentz, or we're getting last year's Carson Wentz?
I ain't worried about Carson Wentz at all.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be honest. I gotta see him play. What I saw last year in Philly was horrendous. So I gotta see him play in a new uniform. I gotta see how he does.
He's with his guy, Frank Wright.
I don't care what he was. You saw him play last season?
Yeah, but he wasn't with Frank Wright.
I know, but did you just
see him?
Okay. So my official play will be Seattle money line at -154. I just feel like Seahawks is one of the best teams in the league. Yeah, they're in a very tough division. Yeah, I understand Colts have a great defense, probably a top 5 defense, or definitely a top 10 defense.
Darius Leonard might be one of the best linebackers in the league.
Yeah, he's probably the best linebacker in the league. Maybe right behind TJ. I just don't have faith in Carson Wentz, especially early in the week. I thought he was gonna miss the first month of the season. Now he's already about to. I think they rushed him in back. So I just feel like he's gonna come out a little hesitant. New playbook, new coach, new team. I think he's not gonna have a great connection. He didn't play in the preseason, but hey, I say the same thing about Dak Prescott. Look how good he looked.
Oh my God, I agree. I don't have a play in this game. I probably would lean Seattle.
That's official too.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
My fault.
I would lean with Elvis Tate laying the points. I do like the under as well, but I've seen Russ cook it up so many times scoring late. So, and they have a great receiving core. It wouldn't surprise me if They won by like a touchdown and a half.
It wouldn't surprise me if they blow them out or they win by one, because Seattle just
They choke
It happens.
sometimes.
they choke sometimes.
Yeah.
Seattle only wakes up with like 4 minutes left in the game.
I love watching Pete Carroll on the sideline.
Chewing
Doing
it
that
up, man.
Yeah. Great
Just throwing
guy.
his headset, always tight.
Last 1:00 game, Minnesota going to Cincinnati. Minnesota only laying 3, total 46.5. Joe, what do you got
I
for
think
this
this is
game?
gonna be a little close for comfort, to be honest. I
Mm.
do like Minnesota money line at -161, but I think Cincinnati's gonna play. I think they're gonna come there and play at home. You got Joey Burrow coming back. I think they're gonna be able to have some connections out there. I don't know necessarily if Joe Mixon's gonna be able to mix it up on the running game, but I think Minnesota's gonna have to kind of have a comeback here. So Minnesota money line at -161 feels like the play.
How about you, Elvis? Where you going?
No official play here. If I had a lean, I'll lean Minnesota on the money line at -162. It's just a lean. Cincinnati, I do expect Cincinnati to be a little better ball club this year. I think I'm pretty sure I took the over on them on their season win totals at 6.5
All right.
or 6. I'm not sure. But I just feel like Minnesota is going to be a tough matchup. I think Dalvin Cook is going to have a great game on them. Remember, Minnesota runs the ball a lot. I might even lean the under here because I don't see Cincinnati having a high scoring game, and I don't see Minnesota putting up too many points themselves. I feel like it's going to be a low scoring game, a lot of running. Dalvin Cook might go
Like
for
130,
100.
2 touches.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he does, man.
I do think it might be close. What worries me is that Jamar Chase has looked bad in the camp.
Bro, I
He's
know
dropped a lot.
he
of
dropped a lot of
balls.
balls, even in preseason.
Tyler Boyd
you know,
might be a better option for him at the moment.
and Higgins.
Yeah,
T.
T.
Higgins
Higgins.
is a beast.
Nice.
And Joe Mixon. People want to throw dirt on Joe Mixon's name, but I think he's one of the best dual
Yeah.
threat running backs.
I'll be honest, he's just on a bad team. He's special.
But they're building something in there, and I do think it might be a little close. But threes, I think Vikings have a little more to win by 3, or at least by a touchdown. So I would lean Vikings -3. Elvis, I have to start with you in the next game. In Foxborough, Dolphins are coming up. You guys are laying 3, total at 43.5. Where are you going?
I'll be going with New England on the money line here. I think I caught it at -156.
That's official.
That's official. I just feel like Bill Belichick is on a revenge tour this season. I said the Bucks was on a revenge tour come playoff time.
Oh.
Didn't laugh at me. I think Bill Belichick is on a revenge tour. I think he wants to prove everybody that, guess what? It wasn't just Tom. I had a lot to do with those Super Bowls too. So I feel he's going to dice them up, make a great statement week 1. Might even shut down Tua.
Wow.
I might even lean. It's not official play. The official play is Pat's money line. I might even lean team total under whatever it is, Miami for the game. It might be like 21. Honestly, I'm gonna look at it real quick.
The team total for who?
Miami.
Miami.
That the Patriots defense is going to shut him down.
Yeah.
While I look for that, what are you going
What
with,
I
Joe?
did is I took the over 43.5 at -110 because I think New England can single-handedly get close to that. And, Miami could maybe score a touchdown or 2. But I like what you're saying, Elvis. I think that they're going to want to
You
make a
said
statement.
under?
I'm taking over 43.5 at -110. I think New
And then,
England's going to get like 38 points, something like that. That's why if Miami scores even a touchdown, I'm looking good.
They're over under for the game is 19.5.
It's 20 right now.
That's crazy. FanDuel too. I got 19.
Well, and I got 20. That's crazy. So you take the 20 if you could find it.
Yeah. If you could find it, me and Dylan are both on FanDuel right now. My phone says 19.5. His says 20.
How about that?
I'll be honest, they're doing something.
Yeah.
Doing something. I don't like
But
it.
if you could shop around though,
Shop around, see who the best odds, but I just feel like the defense is going to come out. Remember, we got a lot of guys back. Even my man Dante Hightower's back.
Mhm.
So I have high faith in us. I think we're definitely going to win. Probably even sprinkle some on the points. But I feel like our defense is going to show up, and I feel like Bill Belichick wants to prove he's still the best coach in the game.
-3 is at -125. So you might as well just wait until it gets to 3.5.
Yeah.
Because if you really think they're going to win by a touchdown,
Or-
then it doesn't matter.
Bill Belichick is famous for always deferring. So if anything, Miami comes out, score, take them live.
Also, if you could get it in, you know how I said one of my future bets is for them to make the playoffs at plus money.
Yeah, that was a lock.
I think what a lock is. If they make the playoffs, it's going to be because of Bill Belichick. So coach of the year, I got him at 19-1.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's so disrespectful. If they make the playoffs, he's going to get credit for all of that. So, I mean, if you could still find it before the season starts, I would take Bill Belichick to get coach of the year.
You know who I feel is going to be my coach of the year, not to get too sidetracked.
Mhm.
I just feel like he hasn't got one yet, and I feel like he's been deserved one. So I feel like this year, if he just gets the top 2 seed, he'll get it. Sean McVay.
Oh, great group of people they have up there.
Yeah, I just feel like, a lot of people give him his credit, but I feel like he deserved to win the coach of the year when he got the Rams to the Super Bowl and they had the first one. So I just feel like they owe him one.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys win. Let's go to the next 425 game. Browns. It's gonna be a good game. Browns going to Kansas City. Kansas City. They actually dropped. It was 6.5. Chiefs are now -5.5. Total 54.
I think they're underestimating the Browns because I think this is the best game on the schedule for Sunday.
Where are you going?
Taking Cleveland money line at +205. I know they're taking a trip out to Kansas City, but Cleveland, man, it's a rematch of the playoff game that they had last year, and Kansas City came out victorious, though it was close. I think they're gonna want to get this game. Start the season off right. Baker going to have a good game. You think he might overperform Pat Mahomes? I don't know about that, but they can definitely utilize the running backs that they have. They got weapons all around, and the same can be said for Kansas City, but there's something said. After watching, like you said, that Thursday night game, granted, it was a Thursday night game, anything can happen, and let's go with the Brownies money line at +205.
How about you, Elvis? Where are you going? Official?
No official plays here. I will lean the Browns +5.5. I'm gonna be honest, the Chiefs, they're just too good. I feel like them reassuring the offensive linemen will show because Cleveland's front 7 is elite. But Chiefs in the Super Bowl, they look bad offensively on the line, and I think they spent a lot of money reassuring the offensive line. They have their All-Pro back from injury. I think it's a tough game to pick right here, Joe. I think you're real ballsy taking Cleveland on money line.
Maybe Kareem Hunt gets a little revenge on his old ball club,
Shit, I hope. Honestly, I would love Kansas City to lose this game. Why not?
Hey.
I will be rooting for the Cleveland, but I can't get none behind myself here. If anything, I'll lean over 54.5 because Kansas City is going to put up 30 points by himself. And Patrick Mahomes have went over 30 points, I think, in over 90% of his games in his career. Over 30 points. He's a stud.
I would lean the Chiefs. I think, it might be close for most of the game, but fourth quarter, they're just gonna.
You lean Chiefs -5.5?
Yeah, I would even lay it at 6.
Like a touchdown game, you think?
I think they win by at least 10 points, 9-10 points.
Yeah, I'll lean the over. I just feel like
could be an over.
Kansas City's gonna put up 30.
Browns gonna have to match that. They're gonna have to.
They'll be somewhere in that area. Think about it. If I got them scoring 30, the bookmakers got them covering 5.5. So so up there.
Let's go to the next game at MetLife here in Jersey. Broncos come in here. Giants are a dog. Home puppies. Broncos laying the 3. Total at 41.5. Elvis, where are you going with this?
We know your play, Dylan. We know your play.
Yeah, we know your play, Dylan. We know you.
Why? You know I'm high on the Broncos this year.
You're high on the Broncos. Good luck with that.
What are you gonna say?
Giants +3 at home. I think it's a lot
Challenge
here.
you again, man.
Safe bet here. I'm high on the Giants. I think they're real contenders to win the division, the NFC East. Daniel Jones could have a bounce back here. I think Saquon Barkley, if he stays healthy, he's going to be a problem. That's a big if. He hasn't been healthy his whole career, short career, but he hasn't been healthy yet. Hope the best for the kid. Teddy Bridgewater, he's a good quarterback. I just don't feel like he's great. He could lead this Broncos team to some key victories this season. I wouldn't even be shocked if they win this game, but I just feel like the Giants and Danny Dimes is their turn. It's their turn to take off. And I feel like Danny Dimes will have a great season and improve. So I'll be taking the Giants at +3. Even might speak with some on the money line at we're on there on the money line? 134 on the money line.
Hey.
But
love it. But I gotta be contrary. I like this Bronco team.
Yes,
I think they're the second best team in their division. I think they're gonna go over the win total.
Who's in the division, right?
Raiders, Chargers.
Yeah, Raiders, Chargers. They're better than them. I like this team. They're very interesting. They have a bunch of young receivers. And Teddy Bridgewater, you guys keep looking over Teddy Bridgewater.
Two-glove Teddy.
Bro, he had a better completion percentage than Tom Brady, the GOAT, last year. And look who he was working with. I just feel like he gets overlooked because he gets injured a lot. But I think he's a solid, when healthy, he's a solid top 15 quarterback, maybe top 13. He just finds the open guy, and he's not going to push the ball really downfield, but
He's accurate.
he hits. Yeah, he's accurate. And on defense, they're getting Von Miller. They missed him all last year. They drafted Patrick Surtain. He's going to be a stud. I just think the right team is favored. So I'll lay the 3 on the road too. So it's like they're not even getting 3 at home. So if it was in Denver, they might be a 5.5, 6-point favorite. So I just think the right team's favorite. I'll lay the 3 points on the road with the Broncos at plus 100.
Hey,
So I'm getting plus money too.
I had the Cowboys winning the division, and it turns out I got every other team getting a win week 1 besides the Cowboys.
That's funny as hell. Let's go to the next 4 o'clock game. It's in Jacksonville because of the hurricane. It was supposed to be in New Orleans. Green Bay and the Saints are both going to be on the road in Jacksonville, neutral site. Green Bay's minus 3.5 because of the neutral site. Total at 49.5. Joe, where are you going with this?
But I told you, Jameis Winston, he's a Florida quarterback, man. Tampa Bay, Florida State University.
Wow.
The fact that they're playing over there in Jacksonville, I think it's a trap game for Green Bay. The fact that they have to travel all the way there and not usually maybe used to New Orleans, though, New Orleans teams always play well in the Dome. I'm taking New Orleans on the money line at plus 152. I had to get a couple of plus money odds in there, and this is one of them that I'm taking.
Got a few, Joe.
Yeah. How about you, Elvis? Where are you going?
I'd be going with Green Bay Packers on the money line.
Official?
Minus 184 Green Bay on the money line. I just feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to come out and possibly have another MVP type season.
He's mad.
I'm not going to say he's going to win the MVP award. I'm just going to say he's going to have a pretty good damn season, something like last year. Devontae Adams is there. He wants a new contract, so he's going to play up and big. Robert Tonyan, I like him on the tight end position. He got his weapon, Randall Cobb, back. I just expect a lot from Green Bay. Saints, defensively, they're still up there. They're still top. I have a lot of respect for Coach Payton, but I'm just not as high as Jameis Winston. Yeah, I do believe he can have a lot of passing yards. I feel like he could throw a lot of touchdowns, but I also think if the turnovers are there too. And
that's fair.
With Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill. I understand he's a good gadget guy, but I just don't see them. But I don't see him putting the team in position to win more games than Jameis Winston.
I agree.
So I'll be taking Green Bay week 1 minus 184. Expect the line to move just a little bit under, just in case you want to save it for tomorrow, because a lot of money is going to be coming in the Saints. Saints got a lot. Yeah.
I would lean Green Bay minus the 3.5. I think they're at least going to win by a touchdown. Yeah, it's a neutral site, but Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I've gained so much respect for that man. I think he's
last year he did not have any respect for Aaron Rodgers. Had to put him on a little bit.
He's one of the greatest quarterbacks I've seen, and the reason he sat for so long was because he was behind one of the best in Brett Favre's. So they just have too many weapons, running back, wide receiver, and I think they upgraded their defense a little bit, and they got that connection back with Randall Cobb.
Great pickup.
I would lean it. Yeah, I think it might be a little close, maybe under as well, 49, maybe a little low-scoring matchup. But, yeah, no official play for me. Those are my 3. Last game, Sunday Night Football in that brand-new stadium in L.A., Chicago going to L.A., Chicago 7.5-point dogs, total at 46.5. Joe, where are you going?
Are you sure it's not in Soldier Field?
Nope.
No, it's in L.A.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was at Chicago. Man.
Kanye just performed, dog.
Hey, I thought he was in Atlanta for that one. But nevertheless, even if it was at Soldier Field, man, got to give the points. Los Angeles man minus 7.5 at minus 113. I just think it's very, defensively heavy. You got Andy Dalton starting for Chicago. Do I have to say anything more? You know what I mean? Matthew Stafford's going to make an appearance for the LA Rams. Granted they lost that running back, but I feel like they're going to still get the run game going. Sean McVay's always going to come up with a good game plan, and we're going to see some deep passes, I think, for a change. And let's go see what happens with the Los Angeles Rams at minus 7.5 at minus 113.
Where are you going, Elvis?
No official play here. With the Rams, I'm high on the Rams. I think they're one of the best defensive teams in the league. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, don't need to say much on them. My only question mark is Matthew Stafford. I feel like he's great. I feel like he will have a great season, but could he live up to the expectations? We don't know. You never had any expectations in Detroit. Now you got real life expectations in LA. So I will lean the Rams minus 7.5, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if Chicago somehow backdoor covers the 7.5. Chicago's not a great team.
They're not starting Justin Fields.
They're not starting.
You're counting on the Red Rifle now.
Red Rifle. I'll fuck with the Red Rifle. He all right. He did pretty good. I just feel like it's his first game with Matthew Stafford. I feel like he's just going to come out a little anxious, probably force the ball in some tight spots, might throw a pick or two. But I will lean them covering.
I was talking about teasers about the 49ers game. So I'm going to do a 2-team teaser. 49ers, 6-point teaser. 49ers minus 8.5 and the Rams minus 7.5, 6 points. So now the Rams are minus 1.5 and the 49ers are minus 2.5. 6-point teaser, minus 130 odds. Yeah, so those are my two. And we're going to save the Monday Night Football. RIP to all those people in the Ravens. Jesus Christ.
Something with the grass or something over there. There's no way you get that many tornadoes.
Line's coming all the way down. It started at 4.5. Now the Ravens are 3.5. I might just stay away.
I might just want to stay away. We got to talk about that on Monday for sure.
We'll talk about it on Monday.
Anything else, boys, before you get out up here?
Joey, I know Joey got some fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple things going on this week. Actually, today at 8 p.m., if you want to catch some bare knuckle fighting, on Bare Knuckle TV, you can watch and catch that. It's going to be a good event. They always put on nice, exciting fights. So that's for tonight. And then actually, tomorrow, we're going to have a Triller event. It was supposed to originally have Oscar De La Hoya take on Vitor Belfort, but Oscar De La Hoya caught COVID-19, and so he's been pulled. But hey, we got an OG stepping in, Evander Holyfield. He's stepping on last short-minute notice to take on Vitor Belfort. And we got a main card, so I'll give you a picks that I got. I didn't see any money line odds, but if you can find them, definitely lock it in. I got Andy Vences taking on Joan O'Carroll in the first fight of the main card. I'll take Joan O'Carroll. He's a little more experienced, though. He's a smaller fighter. He has more knockout power as well. I don't necessarily think he can get the knockout, but I think he can edge it out in a decision. So I'll be taking Joan O'Carroll there. David Haye, man, one of the best British boxers we've ever seen, taking on Joe Fournier. Joe Fournier last time took on a reggaeton artist. Knocked him out exactly around that I thought I called it, but I don't think he's got anything against an actual fighter like David Haye. So I'm taking Mr. Haye any way you could possibly find. I think he might even get a finish on that. And then the next fight is a co-main event. Tito Ortiz taking on Anderson Silva. How about a fight there? Maybe that could be a main event in itself. And Anderson Silva is going to make quick work of Tito Ortiz. Tito Ortiz is not a boxer. Anderson Silva is one of the greatest strikers the world has ever seen. Tito Ortiz needs takedowns involved in his game. Anderson Silva is going to finish him, I think, by the 8th round. So it might be the last round finish, I think. I think he's just going to piece him apart. I don't think he's going to be in any danger throughout the fight, and I think he's just going to finish him when he wants to. So Anderson Silva, take him any way you can. And then the main event, man, Evander Holyfield taking on Vitor Belfort. If it was Oscar De La Hoya, all day I'm taking Vitor Belfort. There's no testosterone, worry. He could take as much as he wants. Oscar De La Hoya is very old, slow. But Evander Holyfield, at his age, he's looking young. He's looking fast. He's looking like he's going to be a better boxer in the ring. So I feel comfortable taking the guy who actually has the boxing experience and still looks physically fit enough to do so. Even though we do like Vitor Belfort, I just don't think the matchup's going to be good for him. If it was De La Hoya, obviously I would have taken Vitor Belfort, but it's not. It's Evander, the real deal, Holyfield. And that's who I'm taking. Money line, decision. No way. Oh, man, but that does it for that.
That's going to take place tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night. Bare Knuckle is tonight.